Exodus 14:1 through 4. The Lord spoke to Israel and said, "Speak to the Israelites. They are to turn back and encamp before Pi-hahiroth, between Migdol and the sea, to the east coast of Baal-zephon. Your camp shall be opposite, by the sea." Now, God's taking them to the sea. The other side's desert. They're kind of being trapped. God's taking them to a place where if Egypt comes, they're going to come. And the sea's going to be there. They're going to be surrounded, nowhere to go. Sometimes where God leads us, we don't completely understand. And it's just to show us His true power. And He leads us in a place where we feel like we're stuck. We can't go nowhere. And then He shows us again who He is. And shows us we were never really stuck at all. He builds bridges and things for us. Pharaoh will then think that Israelites are finding themselves in the difficult country and are hemmed in by the wilderness. They were in the desert. At this point in time, they were only going to be in the desert for a short period of time, but because of their lack of faith, they stayed much longer. But the desert's a hard place to live. Yeah. In Egypt, they still lived in the same land that was given when Joseph was in there, which is pretty good land. So it's very vastly different. It ain't like when they're in Egypt, they lived out in the desert. They lived in the plains, grassy areas. So this is completely different than what they're used to. God's bringing them through something to strengthen them. And for a few of them, it strengthens them, it brings them together. The only problem is they don't bring them together to God, because their faith is lacking. So, of course, you can take this from Pharaoh's perspective. They're wandering around in the wilderness, and they stop at the sea. Nobody would go towards the sea's there. Clearly, you go around it. You don't stop and camp at the sea. It makes no sense. So Pharaoh's army's going to be going down there and seeing them, and he's like wondering, what are they doing? Clearly they don't know, they got lost or something. I will make Pharaoh obstinate, and he will pursue them, so that I may win glory for myself at the expense of Pharaoh and all his army. And the Egyptians shall know that I am the Lord. The Israelites did as they were bidden. So, God's saying that you just do this, I'm going to make an example of Pharaoh. Because of this example of Pharaoh and his army, Egypt was no longer a world power. But also that the Israelites were respected because of God was backing them. And even when Joshua and them went into Canaan, we see the story of Rahab, how she had respect for God because she knew what happened 40 years beforehand. So it kind of shows that some of the people had a respect for Israelites and feared God because of that. Okay, 1 Samuel 2:8. He raiseth up the poor out of dust, and lifteth up the beggar from the dunghill, and set them among princesses, and to make them inherit the throne of glory. For the pillars of earth are the Lord's, and He hath set the world upon them. You know, everything's in the Lord's control. Who He puts in charge, who He has run the thing. It's all according to His plan and His purpose. Some people serve Him while they're in control. Other people reject Him. But as it is with evil kings in the Bible, he puts them in place for a reason. He delivers Israelites over to captivity to a pagan nation to bring them back closer to him. Sometimes he may do that today. He may put somebody in power that don't represent him so the church draws closer to him during that time. But everything he does for a reason and a purpose. And that's to draw us closer to him.